The next speaker that we have up here is Maxwell, who's wearing like the most dapper suit that I've ever seen. You'll get it. He'll come out and show us. He gave me one answer. If his pet was to do a TED Talk, it would be why dogs are better road trip co-pilots than humans. Which, legit, Maxwell's pet. I think that's very frequently the case. I get to control my music when there's a dog in the car as opposed to another adult. So, yeah, he's going to teach us about loans and things that make me very confused, and maybe I can bring in Zohar's problem solving and make some sense of it, but he is going to be very knowledgeable on the subject. So please welcome Maxwell.
I love it. Hey, thank you very much. Not Gucci, but it's fine. So I'm your typical millennial. Married, my dog's my kid, he eats better than I do, living for rent basically for the past 5 years trying to buy a house. I think we've all had this situation where we've seen this. This could be yours for $5,000, $6,000 a month. And you're sitting there just like, what is going on in this market? And how is this child's house about 40 square feet and costing me more than my life's worth? And I'm like, this escalated quickly. So we realized that during the pandemic, everything just got really expensive. It was just astronomical. Due to a lot of things, but as we know, interest rates got really high. If you're trying to shop for a house now, you're realizing that 7% interest rate, 5% interest rate doesn't exist anymore. You're basically paying all your monthly mortgage to the interest and to the government. And I worked in mortgages for years. And I used to do this thing called assumable loans. Weird word, small things, just don't worry about it. The biggest thing is I'm like, how can we make this work to be more affordable? And it pinged on me, assumable loans. And you'll learn as I go through this, it's kind of interesting. It basically takes over the mortgage of someone's house you are buying. So if that person right now has a lower mortgage and they're selling their house, you can take that over. So as you see as our teeter-totter scale for my ChatGPT, which is always great, there's just a whole process and flow that goes into this. And I'm just like, okay, let's figure this out. There's ways for us to make it better. So what we do is you look at these rates. I mean, literally rates last month were 7.7%. And I'm seeing rates on some of these houses that I'm looking at where they're at 2.5%. So, you're searching through the whole, what are they called? The Zillow apps. And you're seeing like, I can afford this house, right? $600,000, you're looking at that. And like the millennial that I am, I'm like, yeah, I keep looking for houses. It's going to happen someday. We'll get there. And you keep searching and scrolling. And you can see, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but your payment, this is super simple. This is the easy part. It's just simple math. You have a 6.5% rate. Your payment is $3,600. Your payment at 2.75% rate is $2,500. It's math. It's $1,000 a month you're saving. But wait, you're telling me I'm saving $1,000 a month here? So how is this possible? And it's just, how is this government allowing us to do this just to take over someone's mortgage that they're selling their house on? It's just astronomical. So the government, long story short, back in the day when they created mortgages and they created like government loans, USDA loans, all those kind of things, they made this happen for people that are either like, getting married, adding onto a mortgage and things like that. But it's kind of a little loophole, we're calling it, I guess, a little gray area. So like there's certain kinds of loans. Come up to me after if you're curious, USDA loans, FHA loans, veteran loans, where there's opportunities for you to take over their loans. Not even that, there's opportunities with commercial real estate. If someone's selling a business and they own property with it, you can take over that business and their interest rate on that loan. So, I think I read yesterday that more people are retiring than any time in the world, and they're selling their businesses. So where can I find these? That's what the interesting is. There's only one website that I've seen so far that actually introduces this. I've sifted the government websites and everything for the past 9 months, and it's astronomically hard to find. I finally found it, and how can I make this work for myself? So, if you are looking for a house right now, the best thing to do is just talk to your real estate agent, ask them if the home you're looking at is assumable. They'll be able to tell you, and then you're basically just qualifying for a mortgage the same way you're doing it before. What's the catch though? Little things like you have to pay a little bit more extra based on how much more they have on the loan, stupid things like that. But on the end of the day, you're still paying $20,000 more maybe, but you're going to be saving $1,000 each month with catches up. I'm not the crystal ball person right here. I can't tell you what the future is going to be with the rates, but I think they're going to be a long time coming where they're not going to get down to that lifetime low that we saw a couple years ago. It's going to be interesting. What I want to say is, if you want to get with me, please, I want to help collaborating, getting the message out there, letting the world know that these opportunities are there. So if you want to get a hold of me, talk to me, figure this stuff out together, would love to connect. Phone number's there. I'm old school. Call me whenever. Text me. That's my face. Shaved my head recently. It looks pretty good, I think. But yeah, thank you, everyone. It was a great opportunity.
I'm right behind you. That was awesome. Yeah, of course. I think now is a spectacular time to introduce our sponsor, Stephanie Vale. After the power of career breaks, Stephanie is an active realtor in the Denver area and also on our committee, and also quite possibly the friendliest person that I have ever come in contact with ever. So she is back there. Her face will be popping up on the screen again later, which sounds more creepy than it is, but she's been helping out Ignite for years and just really loves giving back to the community. And so if you do need help with buying or selling a house, check out your girl.